Van Denton will be here in Ozark, also under tight security. The next step in this case is through the courtroom, which will take place, first of all, in Logan County. This is Frank Thomas in Ozark, reporting for News Scene 7.
Get your seat. Goodbye. See you later. We don't need this now. You better keep it. This all right. Somebody might shoot. I'll see. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Killers of Magazine City Marshal Marvin Ritchie and Park Ranger Opal James were transported to the court of Judge David Partain under heavy police security from their jail cells in Ozark and Fort Smith. They were brought to the rear door of the Logan County Courthouse. Their route of travel was lined with state, county, and municipal police, heavily armed with riot guns. Before Ruiz and Denton had reached Boonville, well over 100 people had gathered at the rear of the courthouse. All seats in the courtroom were filled, and all standing room was gone an hour before the hearing was scheduled to start. The crowd was quiet and orderly. Ruiz and Denton arrived at the courthouse simultaneously in separate cars. The time was 1:50. They were taken immediately from the police cars into Judge Partain's courtroom for the hearing. The hearing was brief. Ruiz and Denton were brought back to the waiting police cars at 2 o'clock and whisked to their jail cells in Ozark and Fort Smith. Prosecuting attorney Paul X. Williams came to the news scene camera to explain what had happened during the court session.
Well, both the defendants, Ruiz and Denton, of course, were brought before the judge, both brought together, which is slightly unusual in a case like this, but the judge felt it was totally proper. They were informed of the nature of the charge against them, which everyone knows is capital murder. They were inquired of as to whether or not they had counsel or could retain counsel, and answered in the negative. The judge repeated all this to be absolutely certainly understood what was being asked. They indicated they did want counsel appointed. He appointed Mr. Don Langston and Mr. Bob Blatt, both Fort Smith, to be their counsel as of this date.
Has an arraignment date been set?
No, and it can't be set until defense counsels have an opportunity to confer with both Mr. Ruiz and Denton.
The people who talked to this reporter were unanimous in their opinion that Ruiz and Van Denton could and would receive a fair and impartial trial in Boonville, a trial that appears to be at least 45 days away. That's to give defense attorneys adequate time to prepare their case. This is Les Bolton in Boonville, covering Arkansas for News Scene 7.